Hello everyone, it's Jenny. I'm here to play some more Testament of Sherlock Holmes. I've been kind of busy and out of it, so... Oh boy. There's one on the side. Maybe one. Gosh. Let's see. I think it's matching.
I am missing some information.
Oh shit. Whitechapel Clinic. Grave. Fragment of granite painted black. Let me see. Let's see. Date of birth brought in by the Bishop of Spridge. I don't think it. Let me see if it's used near water. Let's see. The earth is open fragment of granite come from a grave. The Whitechapel Clinic is near a grave. Okay, so...
I am missing some information.
No, they said more or less hairs.
Now I can make the right decision.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. That was interesting. I did not expect that to happen. Hang on. Okay, so rope is always used from the same side from a pit, and painted black, pit, monument. Okay, so...
That's not right.
There we go.
The public dispensary number 4661. It's just opposite the Whitechapel Street Cemetery.
Yes, Watson. The murderer with the missing finger must work in the cemetery, or at least visit it. He could have taken a rope, one of the type they use to lower the coffins into the graves. The granite is minute particles of tombstone.
And he only had to cross the road to steal a scalpel from the dispensary opposite.
Interesting.
I need something.
What do you need, Sherlock? Because I have no fucking clue. Okay, so... Okay. Looking flask. Okay, so... That's some explanation. That's done and that's done. I need to figure out this one. Okay, that's just... We should... Let's say that the bishop kind of went mad. Looking flask had some blood on top. It's the only introduction I can come up with on that one. Didn't go anywhere, so...
We must analyze all our clues, Watson. I need something.
You need something. Okay. Just what? That's what I'd like to figure out is what. Nope. Any...
I cannot leave now.
This is not the right room. I meant to go in the other room. See if there's anything of use in there. Ouch. Sorry, I cut my finger today, so it's a little bit painful to move it around. I don't know why either. Okay, don't need liquor. I am completely dumbfounded on what. That looks like Queen Elizabeth I. Or Victoria, I should say.
I need something.
Yes, we've already established that, Holmes. But what? Maybe it has to do with an item. Huh. Analyze the evidence in liquid from the test tube. Use all active agents to work out all of its characteristics. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do anything. Okay, 1, 2, and 1. Very sad. Ah, boy.
I must analyze the clues.
Well, of course. Okay, 1, 2, 2. Okay. Okay, so blue is next. Okay. Green 2. Yep. Green 2. Green is next. 2 and 3. So those are... Okay. Okay, yellow. 2 green and 1 blue. Green. Last one. 3 green and 3 brown.
Poison, and apparently very virulent.
Huh. All of the analysis of the poison administered to the Bishop of Knightsbridge, a substance that provokes a heightened aggression, close to madness, death by cardiac arrest. Ooh, like me, detective.
poison. Discreet, efficient, and only detectable via a thorough post-mortem.
Have you been able to isolate the active components, Holmes?
Not with any certainty. This toxic substance surpasses my own knowledge in the field. It is without doubt the work of an expert chemist.
A chemist and a criminal.
As you say, please find my monograph on poisoners of the last 30 years. Later, Watson, later.
Let's see. What do I have to do now? 'Cause I am completely clueless at the moment. Alright, so monograph on poisoners in the last 30 years.
And this is how my dear friend and colleague treats his clients' letters.
Okay.
Female anatomy. I should put this book somewhere else.
Obviously not in. Okay, I don't think that's it. Alright. Let's see, is there anything over here? Alright, so I have to check here. I'm guessing. I mean, this is Sherlock Holmes after all. Nothing there. Nothing here.
This bust was used to fool Colonel Moran during the case of the empty house.
And my mouse just decides to piss me off. Don't you just love that? Okay, I have to check this again as to what I'm supposed to get. Let's see. Monograph. Let's see. There's nothing up there. One be in the closet. Okay, I honestly don't know where that is.
According to these documents, Hans Schielmann, known as the Rat Killer, was considered the greatest specialist in chemical poison in the world.
Is he at liberty?
Happily, no. He has been held in the high-security wing of London's Westgate prison for many years now.
Then he cannot be the one who concocted the poison.
Don't dismiss him too quickly, Watson. According to Scotland Yard, the man is exceptionally intelligent. For the greatest criminals, prison is but a mere obstacle. Let's plan a little visit to see Mr. Schielmann tomorrow.
No, that's disturbing. Very disturbing.
Let us look at our deduction board, Watson.
Okay. Here we go.
Perfect. Well done, Watson. Our board is finished. It confirms that the bishop's murderers work for one person, who, amongst other things, possesses a very sophisticated poison. They therefore act for someone more educated than themselves. You remember
cool.
Wiggins and his gang?
Yes.
The Baker Street irregulars?
Yes, the street urchins, whom you employ upon occasion, and Wiggins is their leader.
Yes. Well, I have hired their services again. I have instructed them to find out the address of the bishop's nephew.
I think he's here.
Well, this is interesting.
Hello, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, my young friend, have you found the information for which the good Dr. Watson is going to pay you?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, it was easy.
Very well, I understand. Here are a few pennies.
Thanks, Dr. Watson. The man you're looking for lives near Kensington.
Does he live alone?
Yes, but he rents a room for an old lady.
Did she see you?
No, Mr. Holmes, no one saw me.
Perfect. Watson, give our young friend another shilling as a reward for his discretion.
Here we go again. But of course.
I don't know why
I'm
that
falling
is
asleep,
easy.
Holmes. Aren't you tired?
No, I have an exceptional constitution. I can't remember ever having been fatigued by work. Idleness, on the other hand, exhausts me completely. Go to bed, Watson. The night will be short. We leave at dawn.
Wow, this is a real adventure. It's exciting. I like it better than made-up stories. I want to know what happens next. Keep reading. I'm going to. Ah, I want to listen to. My readers must excuse me if I do not describe in full detail here the terrible images which haunted me that night.
I had a sense that something extraordinary would take place, but I was scarcely prepared for the reality of it. Good morning, Holmes. Did you get any rest?
I did not attempt to sleep.
Have you managed to come to any conclusions?
I think that we might follow 3 trails. We can visit Whitechapel to try to discover the identity of the murderers by making inquiries at Dispensary 4661 and at the Whitechapel Street Cemetery.
The poison trail seems more important to me. We should perhaps go to Westgate Prison first to see Hans Schielmann.
Yes, and let us not forget the bishop's irascible nephew, whose address we now have, thanks to my Baker Street irregulars. I have located each place on our map of London.
Holmes, let me remind you that we still have not been officially instructed to investigate this affair.
Ah, well, we will just have to hide that small detail.
Oh, ha ha ha. I'm gonna save really quick because, well, why shouldn't I? Yes, so override existing. Okay.
What should we do next, Holmes?
We must explore all our leads. Let us take a look at the map of London.
Excuse me.
Westgate Prison.
Yep. I love how they do the sequences in this game. I'm starting to enjoy this game quite
Here we
thoroughly.
are at the famous Westgate Prison, one of the oldest and surest in the kingdom.
I've heard that it is soon going to be demolished. Don't you find it strange that it still houses criminals as dangerous as Hans Schielmann?
There's nothing strange about it, Watson. The name of this prison is linked with numerous failed escape attempts. As long as it stands, the criminals will fear it.
Good morning, gentlemen. Are you expected?
No, but we wish to meet with one of your prisoners, Hans Schielmann.
I'm afraid that at the moment that is impossible. Access to the cells is controlled strictly. You can't go there without permission from the director.
Then would you be so good as to announce us? I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson.
The famous Holmes and Watson. What an honour. My name is Brighton. Frank Brighton. I'm afraid I can't announce you. I'm not allowed to leave my post, under any circumstances. But I'm sure that the director won't refuse to see you, even without an appointment. Do you see the corridor behind the reception? Follow it to the secretary's office. You'll find him there.
Thank you, Warden Brighton. One last thing. Hans Schielman received any visits lately?
None. And I'm sure because I've dealt with receiving visitors for several weeks now. I volunteered because it's a calm post to be in. We don't get many visitors and it gives me time to write. Just like you, Dr. Watson. I enjoy literature and the...
Very good. Thank you.
That was very impolite, Holmes. That man admires our work. You could have given him...
Another time. Let's go and meet the director of the prison.
Well, this is interesting. And yay, dinosaurs. Well, let's see. Just need to go this way, you said? And the corridor ministries.
We must see the prison director quickly.
Cleaning materials, otherwise known as a broom cupboard. Nothing of interest here.
Alright. I think they said something about being up here. It's entryway. I don't know where I'm going, obviously. Log room. Check room. Secretary. There we go. Yay, I actually managed to find it. That's amazing. Secretary.
Good morning, miss.
Oh, excuse me, I dropped off. Good morning, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson. We would like to talk to the director.
I'll just go and see if he can receive you.
Tiredness, pale face, stiffness. I believe that the young lady is expecting a happy event.
It would seem so.
This charming secretary is Miss Jenny Patterson.
Jenny.
This small rack is for urgent letters to be given immediately to the director. The director's office, Mr. P. Patterson. No need to go in there. Strange. The director and the secretary have the same name.
That is interesting.
I'm delighted to meet you, Mr. Holmes. I am Paul Patterson, director of this establishment. You wish to talk to me? I hope this unexpected visit isn't to announce bad news.
No, do not worry. We are investigating an affair of the highest importance, one which could potentially affect the security of the kingdom. Therefore, it is imperative that we interview one of your prisoners, Hans Schielman.
Hans, the rat killer? He's been in here for a long while now, and he's had no contact with the outside. How could he be involved in such an affair?
That is what we would like to find out.
And you have been commissioned by Scotland Yard?
Evidently.
Very well. I have complete confidence in you, Mr. Holmes. I will draw up a pass that you should give to Warden James in the guardroom. He will show you to the cells.
Thank you, Director.
Keep me informed of your progress. And if there is anything else, don't hesitate to let me know.
We shall certainly do so.
Alright. Sorry about that.
Miss Patterson, you have the same name as the director. Are you related?
Come, Watson. Anyone who might have made the slightest study of anthropology would have noted the similarities between the young lady and her father.
Mr. Holmes is right, I am his daughter, but he doesn't like to talk about it. I think he's afraid of being accused of favoritism.
I'm sure it was your qualities alone which secured you this position, miss.
If you must try out your powers of seduction, then what do you say about using them on the rat killer? Goodbye, miss.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Okay. Sometimes the controls in this game are a little bit funky, but otherwise they're good. I guess that means I can't. Yeah.
Let's go to the high security area, Holmes.
Security. It's low security. Okay.
Leads to the high security area, where the most dangerous prisoners are locked up. Closed. Closed.
Well, yes, I realize that.
Let's go to the high security area, Holmes.
Sorry, sirs. I'm on duty. I can't help you.
Well, that's unfortunate. It's gotta be something.
Sorry, but this area is prohibited without a pass. Please leave.
Oh shit. That means I'm gonna have to go...
Closed.
Of course it's closed. What the hell? Ugh.
Closed.
All of these are closed. What the hell? I'm gonna have to try the high security thing again. Aren't I? I could possibly use this or something. Pocket knife might work.
Closed.
Okay, that won't work. What the hell? I have a pass? When did I get a pass?
Ah, you've got a pass for the high security area. It's the door at the end.
Now I
Go
figured
ahead.
that out. No! Oh my god, I'm nice going, Jenny. Very nice.
Leads to the high...
Yes, I already know.
Leads to the high security...
I already know. There we go.
Closed.
Are you kidding me? Yes, I don't have the key, that's the problem, or something.
It is about the signing in book. This information board is almost empty. Strange, in view of the activity in the prison.
My name is Peter James, Chief Warden, and this is Deputy Warden O'Sullivan.
I imagine I will find Hans Schielman behind these bars in the basement.
Yes, the high security cells are down there.
Is this the only access?
Yes, there was a second door at the end of the main hall, but it's been blocked up as a security measure.
Thank you, Chief Warden.
At your service. If you require further information, Warden Mackenzie will help you. He's at his post in the basement.
Okay. Information.
There isn't any information on the notice board. Should there be notes about duties?
Yes, there should be, but Miss Patterson hasn't put up the guard's assignments for this week yet. It's not like her. Usually she does it first thing in the morning. Without these instructions, the guard in the basement won't be changed. I would go and get them, but I don't want the director to catch me there. He's very strict. doesn't like us wandering around when we're on duty. And it will get his daughter in trouble. He's not being very pleasant with her at the moment, and I don't want to make things worse.
Tell me about the prisoners, Warden James.
We only have a few. As you might be aware, the days of this place are numbered. Therefore, we no longer receive new prisoners. Those who are already here are among the most dangerous in London. We have 3 at the moment: Hans the Rat Killer and the Flint Brothers.
The Flint Brothers?
Yes, 2 rather simple-minded maniacs who detest one another despite their relation. They massacred their parents and decapitated their neighbours. It took more than 9 policemen to overpower them.
Mr. Holmes, I am a huge admirer of yours. I have followed all your cases and successes with the greatest interest.
What enthusiasm! Have you ever thought of a career in the police force?
Have I thought about it? It's my dream. And I'm going to try my chance once this establishment closes down. I'm studying hard for the examination to get into police school.
I hope he gets into it.
How does not having the information about guard duty stop you from ensuring the watch in the basement?
Because of the system of opening the doors, Mr. Holmes. As you can see, they are equipped with a mechanical timer which answers to a code. When the timer stops, that is to say at the end of each watch, the doors block automatically and the code is reset. It is therefore impossible to open the doors without the new code.
And who has the code?
Only the guard who takes the new watch. He's the only one who can open the envelope that it's kept in. He learns it by heart and destroys the message.
Very clever, but let's look at the limits of this procedure. One false note and the system falls apart.
Well,
see you later, Mr. Holmes.
The guards must spend long hours here.
Yes. Huh. I'm already liking this part.
Here's the famous high-security area.
Warden Mackenzie, at your service, sir.
Good morning, Warden. I have a pass which allows me to speak with prisoner Hans.
Very well. It is the cell at the end to your left. I'd advise you to walk in the middle of the corridor.
Yes, I would agree with that. So right about here. Let me see. I am very easily forgetful. Oh shit. Right? This supposed to be him.
Hans Schielman, I require some information from you.
So, who do we have here? The celebrated Sherlock Holmes himself. Do you know that for all the time I have spent rotting in here, you are my first and only visitor? I think this is cause for celebration. A confrontation between 2 geniuses, 2 extraordinary minds.
I am afraid that you are not quite as great a chemist as you believe you are, Mr. Schielman. I will not say that you never were. No, it was certainly true once. But you see, while you are whiling away your days in here, it appears that someone on the outside is at the point of surpassing you, if that is not already the case.
Yes, I heard about that. A chemical poison that eats away at the flesh and provokes hysteria. I recognize talent when I see it, but it's only a matter of time before I win back my laurels. Believe me.
What can you tell me?
That depends on what you can bring to me.
This guy's a pure jackass.
What do you want?
Do you know why I am treated so harshly? For my meals, I am given nothing but a hunk of bread. And even then, not just any sort.
Get to the point.
Never interrupt me! Where was I?
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes, the bread. Did you know that with a little rye yeast, a pinch of moss, certain cockroach secretions, just enough light and damp, with a few other ingredients that I will keep quiet about, I succeeded in poisoning half the staff here. Unfortunately, a little something was omitted, which would have made the results fatal. Instead, it merely caused acute attacks of stress and powerful hallucinations. Even so, I got a great laugh out of watching them cry like babies when they saw their most primitive fears materializing before them.
You are a monster, Mr. Shielman.
Thank you.
It wasn't a compliment.
But of course it was! You others, you ordinary, narrow-minded people, you are afraid of anything that you cannot comprehend. You call me a monster because what you find impossible to face is just the slightest fraction of my genius. If by monster you mean someone who is nothing like you, then it is a compliment.
What do you need?
Very little. Just something to write with. You see, my brain races like an engine with too many thoughts. I see them crackle and explode into thousands of formulae right in front of me. What a torture not to be able to write them down. What a hell to see them vanish just as quickly as they appear to me. Just bring me something that I can write with.
That's all. That seems an easy enough request to fulfill.
But listen, I don't want a vulgar inkwell and a pigeon's feather. No, I need material fit for my talent. I want my ink pen. Bring it to me, and I will be happy to pass on to you a little of my knowledge of modern chemistry.
Where is it?
It was confiscated upon my arrival here. I suppose it might be in my locker, in the locker room. Leave me now, and don't come back without my ink pen. See you soon, Mr. Holmes.
Okay. Something's not quite right here. I'm gonna save it real quick. Oh, okay.
I'm glad to have been of service, Mr. Holmes.
Can you tell me where I might find the locker room?
In the corridor that leads to the director's office. That's where the prisoners' civilian stuff is held. But seeing the length of their sentences, they've little chance of ever getting it back.
Can you open the locker room for us? We would like to inspect Shielman's personal items.
No, Mr. Holmes. I'm not responsible for that. You will find the keys in the secretary's office.
Okay.
See you later, Mr. Holmes.
Quite an interesting accent. Anyways, I am just about done here. Yeah. After this little bit, I think I'll be done. Trying to think.
Miss, may we borrow the keys to the locker room?
You will need authorization from the director to open that door. If you wait a moment, then I will inform him.
We will wait, thank you.
Anything new, Mr. Holmes? Is your investigation advancing? Mr. Holmes, have you been able to get what you wanted from our lodger?
Not yet. We must first cast light upon a crucial point, and for that we require your help again.
What can I do?
We need to examine Shieldman's civilian clothing.
Very well, but be extremely careful.
What do you mean?
In that madman's compartment, you will find a strange little coded case which refused point blank to open when he was incarcerated. We did try to force it, but without success.
Didn't you ask the experts?
Of course we did. Experts from Scotland Yard came to examine it, but they came to the conclusion that it was better that the case remained shut than tamper with it too much.
I see. They were afraid that some poison or other might escape if it was opened.
Exactly. Bear in mind that this man is an evil genius, a master poisoner, and that his poisons are never ordinary.
Wow. Okay, so that happened.
Here's the key to the locker room. I give you the authorization to open it.
Good. Thank you, Mr. Patterson.
Miss Patterson, the guards are still waiting for you to put up the duty list. Do it as soon as possible. Without it, the changing of the guard cannot take place. Or had you forgotten?
Dry your tears, miss. I'm certain that your father didn't mean to hurt you.
Mr. Watson, I can't put up the duty list. And when he finds out, he'll be furious.
Why can't you?
It's in my locker, in the cloakroom, and I've lost the key.
Your aunt.
Say no more, Holmes. As you keep repeating, time is against us. Let's go and look at the things in the rat killer's locker.
I completely lost track of what I was doing because of the movie I'm watching. Anyways, this is the last part I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna save right here. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!